Your car still starts, it still drives, and maybe nothing feels dramatically wrong. But the acceleration isn't as sharp as it used to be. There's a strange whistle when you get into the throttle. Maybe you've noticed a little more smoke in the mirror, or your fuel economy suddenly isn't making sense. Here's the thing, most turbochargers don't just explode without warning. They usually start talking to you in smaller, easier-to-ignore ways. And if you miss those signs, that's when a repair bill can go from annoying to brutal. A turbocharger is basically an air pump. It uses exhaust flow to spin a turbine, and that forces more air into the engine so the engine can make more power without being huge. Simple idea, but it works hard. Really hard. And because it depends on clean oil, proper airflow, good seals, and tight boost plumbing, small problems can snowball faster than a lot of drivers expect. If you like practical car advice that helps avoid expensive repairs, subscribe, because catching problems early is usually a lot cheaper than waiting for a warning light and hoping for the best. The first thing most people notice is a loss of power, not always dramatic. Sometimes it just feels lazy. You press the pedal and the car moves, but it doesn't pull the way it used to. Merging takes more effort. Passing someone needs more road. Turbo problems rarely appear overnight, and this is where people accidentally ignore a warning sign. They blame the weather, bad fuel, or say the car is just getting older. Now, to be fair, I'm not saying every loss of power means your turbo is failing. A clogged air filter, a sensor issue, or fuel problems can do similar things. But if your turbo car suddenly feels flat, especially under acceleration, that should absolutely get your attention. A lot of the time, the reason is simple. The engine isn't getting the boost pressure it's expecting. That could mean the turbo itself is wearing out, but it could also mean there's a leak in a hose, a cracked intercooler pipe, or a wastegate control problem. That might not seem serious at first, but it matters. Because if the system is leaking boost, the turbo may have to work harder just to try to keep up. Then there's the noise. This one gets overlooked all the time because people think, well, turbos make noise. And yes, a healthy turbo can whistle a little. That's normal. What's not normal is a new sound that gets sharper, louder, or starts sounding like a siren, a dentist drill, or a whining noise that rises with RPM. Most drivers notice small changes long before total failure. The scary part is, the car may still feel mostly normal while that noise is getting worse. If bearings are wearing or the turbo shaft has extra play, that sound can show up before the performance drop gets obvious. And the frustrating part is, the repair usually gets more expensive the longer you wait. Another big one is smoke. If you've got more exhaust smoke than usual, especially under acceleration, don't brush that off. Blue or gray smoke can mean oil is getting past the turbo seals and burning in the exhaust. Black smoke can show up when the engine isn't getting enough air for the amount of fuel it's using, which can happen with boost leaks or turbo-related airflow problems. And this next sign often shows up earlier than people expect, because sometimes the smoke isn't constant. It might only happen when you get on the throttle, after idling, or during a cold start. That inconsistency is exactly why people ignore it. Oil consumption is another clue. If your engine oil level is dropping faster than it used to, and you're not seeing a giant puddle on the ground, the turbo is one place to think about. Worn seals can let oil move into the intake or exhaust side. Most drivers completely overlook this symptom because they don't connect adding oil between services with turbo trouble. They just top it off and keep driving. But if your oil use has changed and you also have weaker acceleration, smoke, or odd turbo noises, those symptoms together paint a much clearer picture. Then you've got the check engine light. Nobody wants to hear that, but sometimes it's the warning people take seriously for the first time. If the engine computer sees boost pressure that's too low, too high, or inconsistent, it can trigger a code. And this is where many turbo owners get caught off guard. They assume a boost-related warning automatically means the turbo itself is dead. Not always. It could be a boost leak, a stuck actuator, a control solenoid issue, or a sensor reading problem. Proper diagnosis matters. But certain symptoms should absolutely get your attention, especially when that warning light shows up with hesitation, poor acceleration, or strange noises. And that hesitation matters too. If power comes and goes, or the car surges 1 minute and feels flat the next, don't ignore that just because it still drives. Inconsistent boost is one of those problems that can seem minor right up until it is. If you've ever dealt with turbo problems, let me know what symptom showed up first, because it's usually something subtle before it becomes obvious. The takeaway is pretty simple. A lot of turbochargers give plenty of warning before they finally quit. Loss of power, odd whistle or whining noises, smoke, rising oil consumption, hesitation, and boost-related warning lights are all signs worth checking out. I'm not saying every one of those means your turbo is finished, but I am saying that ignoring them is how small repairs turn into expensive ones. Pay attention early, get it diagnosed properly, and you've got a much better chance of saving your engine, your turbo, and a lot of money. Subscribe if you want more simple maintenance advice that helps your engine and turbo last longer.